19-year-old Karim Meskine died after being beaten with a baseball bat on December 17, 2013. He left behind a severely autistic brother who is struggling to understand the tragedy. Karim's family will be facing the gruesome details of their son's death in the coming months. They are relying on their faith and each other to survive.
I don't mind telling the truth to people because what do I lose? I say I already lose my son. I think I'm going to be in that same state of mind probably for the rest of my life. You're broken for the rest of your life.
Even friends of the family, like Justice Mirembe, could see Karim and his brother Youssef had a special connection.
Karim was gifted in that way with his brother. He was really gifted, that he was able to communicate with his brother better than any of his siblings or his parents. It's a gift from God. As siblings, you have that natural connection that only God knows.
For his brother that is autistic would be the one that protects him. He was the only one who understands the way he thinks. Me and my husband, we don't quite know how to handle his behavior, but I don't know.
Karim, a talented soccer player, was remarkable on and off the field.
In terms of soccer, for sure, you could see there was a future. Karim was one of those that was up and coming. He had a skill for sure to play soccer. He's always quiet and reserved. This kid would not even hurt a fly.
On December 17th, Karim was brutally attacked.
The police came and knocked in the living room window and tell us to come right away. Oh, I yell and scream and everything and cry in the street. You know, you don't think about that, in the street. I came out of the house and yeah. It's hard to do the traveling from your house to the hospital when you don't even know, say, is he going to be alive or not when I'm going to come?
I only got a phone call from one of my board members who phoned to say, hey, Kamal's son is actually in the hospital. He's been attacked. And they said, what do you mean attacked? He said, yeah, Karim, someone beat him. It was very brutal. Like his head was all this big and all his internal organs were bleeding. Like he was really beaten, brutally beaten. It was horrific. Like his body was all like a balloon, you know. 2 days later, he passed it. Actually, they had to pull the plug.
Oh, that night, I talked to everybody over there because I was quite upset at the hospital itself because they leave him only 2 days in the life support. They say he was brain dead. Even if I talk to him, or you make a prayer and sing happy birthday because he became 19 on his hospital bed, then he was tearing up. You're not brain dead if you tear up. That means there is activity in your brain if you tear up. But they say because it's the law of Canada, when you're brain dead, we have to unplug, then they give themselves the right to do that without my permission. I believe, you know, there's a God, then if he wants to stop your heart, he will stop it even with 1,000 machines. But if you have a chance with the machine and your heart's still beating, you should take that chance. And not only 2 days, I mean, a little bit longer, not 2 days. Try something, try an operation, try something. And if he dies on the table, they say, oh, it was too risky. What's the point? If he's going to die, at least we try something. It's kind of there. You get murdered twice. By that boy and by the hospital who take the right, you know, to unplug it because his heart was still beating with the machine.
Karim died 5 days before Christmas and 1 day after his 19th birthday.
My son that has autism has lost his big brother. His best friend is not going to get through that easily. I'm not even sure if he's going to pass through that.
Upon hearing his mom mention his brother's name, Youssef is driven to the next room, whistling to drown out her voice.
Kids with autism, they don't like to have their habit changed, but now it's all the ground. What makes him a security. Yes, there's a father, the mom, but his brother was the main strain for him. He's a severe autistic. He's got OCD. If the door of the washroom is closed, he's going to ask me to open it so he doesn't have to touch it again. At 7 this morning, and he is still outside for more than an hour without a jacket because the jacket fall down or touch something else and oh my, what are we gonna do? It's not gonna be, we're not gonna be able as a family, you know. Like today was one of the days I said, okay, now he needs help.
Karim's memory was alive in the family's home, but it proved too much for them to bear. In the midst of losing their son, the Meskine family also had to move to a different home.
I almost feel like you live in a cemetery, you know.
He's going to Karim's bedroom, walking back and forth. He can tell, clearly he can tell that there's something wrong, although he's trying to piece things together. In the night he would wake up and scream. I think it's the nightmares. I don't know, but he came to the memorial and the projector was running of Karim's photos and all that. I think he's sensing something is going on, but not exactly what. It was very emotional for all of us, and right after the Imam said a few words, we went to the place where he got attacked.
That's the part you don't want to do, but you want to do, but you don't want to do. Because I never went there, then I saw that place. I was feeling sick to my stomach. What else can I say if you see the place where somebody killed yours? That's what it is, and I feel sick to my stomach for about a week. For the boy, for what they did. I'm going to be, like I say, in court for at least 2-3 years or even more.
The 16-year-old accused of beating Karim to death has pleaded not guilty.
You feel like you want to jump out of your chair and go right at the person. You know, if you have in front of you the person that just murdered your son, for sure, that's what you're going to want to do. Sit down there and you listen to the lawyer and the judge, and you cannot say anything. I remember even seeing the boy smiling a couple of times. It's going to take me a while before being able to deal with that. You probably feel traumatized a big part of your life after that. And for the husband and the wife, sometimes it's just that pain is too hard, and you're kind of going to try to destroy yourself. You want to find a reason. You want to blame somebody. You want to do... It's quite a nightmare. He's 18 and he was going to play soccer. And it could have been anybody else than him, but it was him. The boy said, anybody that's going to come out of the skytrain, then I will rob. Then what kind of explanation can you find to that? It's just random. And there's no point trying to destroy ourselves, our family, but we're human and sometimes it's just what you're doing. How can you expect it can recover from that? I don't know. Sometimes I say, I don't know. If somebody knows, they can maybe tell me, because I don't know. We don't know. Are we going to ever recover from that? Some days you think, I don't think so. Are we going to get the family back on track in a regular, normal life?
The African immigrant community has come together to raise significant funds for the family's medical expenses, in loving memory of a son taken before his time. Youssef remembers Karim with every car ride.
There's always one bear in the car that is where Karim was sitting down. He put the bear over there and put the bill. I don't know, that's the question. The question you're asking me is probably a question I ask myself every day. And I will ask myself for the rest of my life.